Hey guys, I'm back. If you follow my golf pretty closely, you already know how PGA Tour Canada Q School went. But if you don't, I'll be posting a little update at the end of this video. Right now, coronavirus and all the crazy stuff that's happening, there's no PGA Tour for the foreseeable future. But I know you guys still need your golf content, so I'm going to be out here. As you can see, there's not that many people at the course right now. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the safest place for me to be. I'm going to be super healthy. But until the PGA Tour comes back, I'm going to be posting one video, at least one video per week, every week until the PGA Tour comes back. I'm talking course vlogs, practice routines, challenges, whatever you guys want to see once a week, every week. Comment what you want to see next. Yeah, let's get into this video. Very highly requested video today. Today is going to be 5 drills that I see most commonly at professional golf events. Today I'll be showing only putting drills, as this is where most pros actually do drills. If you want to see drills in other aspects of the game that I see somewhat often, go ahead and drop a like, comment what you want to see specifically, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss that video when it comes out. Enough wasting time, let's get to the 5 drills that I see most commonly on putting greens from professionals. Alright, first is the putter gate drill, also known as the Tiger drill. This is the drill that you probably see Tiger doing most often at events. I figure who better to tell us about the Tiger drill than Tiger himself. Tiger, get in here, buddy. Tiger, why don't you tell him about the putter gate drill? I know you're very versed in it.
It's really tough, really tough to hit putts if you don't hit it on the center of the face. Really tough.
Alright, yeah, I'm legitimately the worst impression of all time. Well, you put a tee on either side of the putter head and the ball right in the middle. It ensures that you hit the putt in the center of the face every single time, which is going to increase your consistency. It also helps with my setup in general, as it ensures that I put my putter in the same place every time, and then in turn the ball in the same place every time. So it helps me put a good roll on the ball, all that good stuff. For the setup, pick a 4 or 5 foot putt that you're comfortable with, hit a couple putts to make sure you got a makeable one, and then set up your putter as if you're getting ready to actually hit it, and then stick 2 tees in the ground on either side of the putter head. And then for the drill, hit 15 putts right-handed, 15 putts left-handed, and then 25 putts with both hands. You should ideally be able to get through this without missing more than 5 putts. This drill that I filmed here in particular is on punch greens, so take that with a grain of salt. Number 2 is the ball gate. There are actually a few ways to do this drill. Dave Pells makes a great trainer for this, and I used to use it all the time, but I broke it and I started using tees instead. But I do prefer using the tees instead of just the actual trainer, because it's putting off grass instead of plastic, and I actually get to put my putter on the ground instead of elevated off the ground. So I prefer it to the Pells Aid, but if you want to get one of those, it is a lot easier to set up. If you're using tees, I recommend you get a little aluminum ruler. They're like $2 or $3, and they're really valuable for any form of practice you're going to be doing. There's a lot of ways to use it, so I'd recommend you throw one in your bag. After establishing the correct line, which you're going to do by rolling putts to make sure that the putt breaks the way you think it's going to, set up the ruler on the line that you think it's going to take. Put a ball 12 inches in front of the ball that you're going to be hitting, and then put tees on either side of the ball. You should be able to figure out what width to put it at. You know, you don't want it to be too tight to where it's impossible, but you also want it to be tight enough that you know you're hitting good putts every time. Hit putts until you either get 12 in a row or 8 out of 10 3 times. The third drill is the elevated line drill. This drill actually does a lot of different things for your putting stroke. First, it helps get your eyes in the right spot for you. Set up a ball with a line directly under the string, lined up with the string. When you stand over the ball, you should either see the string covering the line or just outside of it. If you see the string start to creep on the inside of that line that you put on the ball, that means your eyes are getting up over the ball or even outside of it. Everybody's different, but 99% of people will benefit from their eyes being directly over the ball or inside of it. Being outside of the ball is going to make it tough to read putts most of the time. So just watch out for that. Also, it helps with alignment in your setup. Square up to that string and feel what perfectly square feels like. Even if you like to putt with your stance closed or open or whatever you like to do, it's always good to have that reference point to go off of.
Expect anything different?
Finally, it helps prevent you from lifting your putter up off the ground. You can sometimes struggle with speed and consistency issues if you see your putter lifting off the ground after you hit a putt. So if you have this line up over your putter, it will pretty easily, you'll get really good feedback on whether or not you're lifting up your putter or not. You shouldn't touch the string on this putting drill. It's a good test to see if you're hitting through the ball low instead of lifting up on it. For the setup of this drill, you're going to find a putt with gentle break and roll a few balls to figure out the read. A perfect read is when the ball drops at a speed that it would take 18 inches past the hole. Set up the ball first with that line that you agree on, and then set up the string on top of it. So for this drill, since it is so intensive to set it up, go ahead and sit there and hit about 50 putts. You're going to want to make a lot of them, and then go and repeat it on the other side of the hole. It's important to make putts from both sides of the hole, especially on drills like this, so you don't develop a weakness on one certain type of break. Drill number 4 is a chalk line. It is similar to an elevated line, but it serves different purposes. It provides a different feel than an elevated line, almost like you're playing Tiger Woods PGA Tour and you're hitting a putt just directly on that line that it gives you. You know, the cheat and read, the one where you literally can't miss a putt if you just hit it on the certain read. It really does start to feel like you can't miss after a while. It's pretty fun. Plus, it helps you identify a fall line, which is valuable in reading greens. For example, all putts break towards the fall line. So if you identify that fall line on the green, you can go around and putt around that fall line and figure out how the ball is going to react. So the setup for this drill, you're going to find a dead straight putt on the fall line that we just talked about. Make sure to roll plenty of balls to make sure that putt is dead straight, because the last thing you want to do is set up a chalk line on a putt that's not going to be straight. Not only do you feel really dumb, you look really dumb, and if you end up hitting putts that you think are straight on a putt that isn't straight with a chalk line, it'll mess up your read completely. You'll start pulling putts, pushing putts, depending on what you think is straight. So you want to make sure that line is straight and that you're hitting actual straight putts. If you see the ball trailing off of that line at all, you're just going to want to give up. Just abort that line, go make a new one, and you'll be just fine. You can actually mix drills 1, 2, and 4 here, the putter gate, the ball gate, and the chalk line. And it makes it a lot easier to set up gates for the putter and the ball when you have that chalk line sitting there anyway. So just go ahead and throw a couple tees in the ground, make sure that you're making a good stroke and starting it on a good line. It's more of a confidence building drill than anything, so enjoy the ego boost. Now the 5th and final drill in this video, it's actually not a drill at all. Believe it or not, one of the most common things I see at professional events on the practice screen is competitions between pros. You likely won't see this right before players are getting ready to go tee off, but if it's like the day before during a practice round, or even if some guys are just hanging around as the sun sets, you're going to see a lot of putting contests. My personal favorite is pullbacks, which is where you pull the ball back a putter length after every putt. Always stroke play, always make your opponent finish, no matter how far ahead or behind he is. Talk some trash, see who's mentally tough. There's absolutely no way to simulate nerves, whether it's for $5, $30, 30 push-ups, a candy bar, or even just having to say that you lost to your friend. Standing over a putt to win or lose will definitely show you what you're made of. Shout out to my cameraman. Nick Mike, go watch his streams. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. This was 5 putting drills that I see most at professional events. As I've said in the past, I do videos based on what I see in the comments, so drop a comment on what you want to see next, and I'm going to be doing a video every week until the PGA Tour comes back. And every day it looks like that's going to be even longer, so you guys are in for a whole lot of content from me. PGA Tour Canada Q School. If you follow my golf, you know how it went. If you don't, I didn't qualify. I had one really, really horrible, awful day on the second day. I just had a 2-way miss and I couldn't putt, and I shot the worst round I've ever shot in a tournament. Other than that, I played decent. I mean, I shot 5 under on the last day, which I felt good about. It was a hard course and I played a good round. So plenty of confidence leaving that, but obviously I would have liked for things to go on better. And it's hard to talk about these things. I've decided that I want to document my journey on YouTube, and That means talking about the good as well as the bad. So you guys are along for the ride, better or worse. Let's hope it gets better. All right, like I said, course vlogs are coming. If you guys want more golf content, I'm your guy. We're gonna get through this lull in the sports world together. Comment what your favorite drill was and tag a friend that you think you can beat in a game of pullbacks. Deuces. This is interesting. I never thought this would happen, but I have more subscribers on YouTube than I do followers on any other form of social media. So
That's crazy.
I made it.
That's insane.